everyone, and welcome to Touchbase Thursday for January 7th. How can we already be a week into our new year? It doesn't make sense to me at all. I'm just going to give this a minute for all of you to find me live, and then we will get started here momentarily. And I do have my microphone on today, so hopefully it will work okay. If you are joining me live, please go ahead and say hello. Hi, Susie and Beth. Hi, Beth. I almost called you Elizabeth without looking at your name coming through. Hi, ladies. Welcome to our Touchbase Thursday for January 7th. I do have my microphone on, I remembered, and I actually moved it really close to me, so I'm hoping that this will work better today. If not, I may have to find another different kind of microphone to work. Well, look at all these people popping on. Hi, Denise and Shelby and Patty and Debbie and Shireen. Hi, everyone. So this is actually my second Facebook Live for today. I was live, I do a training for my team and with a group of other demonstrators, and I had that live today at 4. So I'm seeing some of you for a second time, which is kind of nice. So anyway, welcome everyone. Natalie helped get me to go live, and then she went up to get a special little guest from her cage to bring down for you. So I mentioned to you guys, I love it. You guys are already sharing. Love it. Oh, thanks, Philomena, for letting me know that my sound is good. Good. I think I found a way to make this work. So I think I mentioned over Christmas break that we adopted a 4th hedgehog. Most of you know hedgehogs are part of our lives. And now we have 4 of them, all females, thank goodness. But my niece Angie, who is only a few years younger than me, bought a hedgehog for her daughter, who's about Claire's age, and they never really bonded. And so she had asked us if we could help her find a new home for her hedgehog. And long story short, the girls were like, "Can we adopt it?" And so I said, "You're going to have to ask your dad because he's the one that's more, you know." And so they asked, and he said, "Well, what's one more to feed?" So we have 4 hedgehogs now instead of 3. So we've had Tink and Taffy, and then we got Rosa about a year ago, and now we have Hazel, and this is it. No more hedgehogs. So I'm just going to say hi to a few more of you real quick, to Debbie and Nancy, Carol, Kit, Kathy. Hi, ladies, and welcome. So after I do my announcements, like I said, Natalie's going to go get Hazel, our new hedgehog, new pet to our hedgehog family of 4 now, and you'll get to meet her. So Hazel was already named Hazel, and we liked the name, so we decided to just keep it. So she'll be making her debut here on my Facebook Live shortly. In the meantime, a few other announcements. You guys may have seen that I've been designing like crazy. I have lots of classes that I finally got posted out there, in-person classes for you to take online. New this month is a class that I'm offering over Zoom. It's a live stamping class. It includes all of the supplies you would need to stamp your cards and make them with me, except for 3 ink pads. And most people have ink pads that they could use for that. So I'm excited to share that. Hi, Bertha, and welcome. And Pat and Donna and Chris. And yes, so nice to have so many of you out here today. So again, those of you that might be new to my Facebook Lives, my name is Kim Vogel, and I'm a demonstrator in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. I've been doing this for 10 years, Facebook Lives for probably about, someone asked me how long I've been doing them. I think about 3 years. I really don't know, though, for sure how long I've been doing my Facebook Lives. I just know that I look forward to them and look forward to sharing with you guys on a regular basis. Natalie just walked on with Hazel, so I might let her bring Hazel in here while she's kind of being good and looking around. So Natalie's going to come behind me, and you're going to see Hazel. Hazel's favorite pet, first of all, I got to show you Hazel's pet. Hazel loves this little pig. This little pig, she takes her little nose, and it goes everywhere around her cage. It's kind of crazy. It's just kind of crazy how these little hedgehogs get addicted to little animals. This is Hazel's little animal. So with that, I'm going to have Natalie come in. You can come in right behind me if you want. They'll be able to see, like, come right in here. We'll see as far, yep, you're going to have to come in a little bit more. All right. There is Hazel, everyone. Oh, look at her make her debut. So Hazel's getting a little huffy with me talking right there by her. But Hazel is about 3 months old. Hazel was born, I think, September 3rd. So, well, now almost maybe 4 months old, I guess. It is January. But there's Hazel, a little mini hedgehog. And yeah, she is just the sweetest little thing. And it takes, so when hedgehogs come from a different family, it takes a little bit, like we've never adopted one before. So we've always just had that, got the hedgehogs when they were little. And hedgehogs have to kind of get used to, they call it anointing. They got to get used to their new environment. And they do this weird thing where they bite like your shirt or something. And then they try to put this foam on their back. They turn their head and put like this foam on their back. It's how you know that they're accepting their new environment and things like that. And so we've been patiently waiting for Hazel to do that. And she did with Claire what was it, last week, Natalie? Mm-hmm. And so that means that she's starting to get used to the new scent of our house, her new environment with us. And we all looked at each other and we were so happy. So anyway, just had to share our little Hazel girl with you. So we're happy that she's finally feeling at home here. Yeah, so isn't she just cute? All right, I'll give her toy back. Thank you, Natalie, for bringing Hazel down. So like I said, you guys have met all of the other hedgehogs, so we had to introduce you to Hazel as well. Anyway, so you guys know the routine. If you've watched me before, if you share my video, you get into the drawing to receive free goodie stuff. And so all you have to do is comment shared. So yes, Hazel is very tiny compared to our other ones. Our other ones have gotten a lot bigger. Maybe I'll do that over the next few Facebook Lives, bringing the other ones back, because you haven't seen how big Tink and Taffy are. And Taffy was the star on the Dr. Pol show. So maybe I'll bring those back so you guys can see those too. So anyway, if you share my video, again, you comment that you shared so that I know, because I don't always see the shares otherwise based on internet settings for all of you guys. So I had two prizes up for grabs. One was the red rhinestones and one was the beaded pearls. And the beaded pearls were both, these are from the holiday catalog, but they sold out, which is why I decided to give a pack of those away. So the winners of these, I pulled two names and they're both named Carol. So congratulations to Carol Grove. You are the winner of the red rhinestones. So Carol, I will get those sent out to you with some kits when you have more kits coming out. And then the winner of the beaded pearls is Carol Koraleski. So congratulations to both Carols tonight. And I will get them out to you, Carol, as well. And I have both your addresses, so I don't need to get them. And then up for grabs this week for my winners are the antique corners. They're from the annual catalog. And I'm still giving away, I know they're retired, but they're really cool, the glitter stars. So those are my two prizes for next week, and we'll draw winners for them next week. So other things I have in the way of announcements before we transition down. I want to make sure you guys, if you didn't catch my Facebook Live last night, I did a Facebook Live for like my new holiday catalog. No, it's my new January through June catalog and celebration. So we are in the time right now where every $50 order gets you a free item from the celebration catalog. And during my catalog kickoff, I announced that I was doing something new this year. So yeah, Diane, if you look back, Diana, I should say, if you look back, Dr. Pol, I think it was season 5 last January, you'll see it, it'll be my husband, Matt Vogel, that took the hedgehog in. But yeah, we're on Dr. Pol show, so kind of cool. So what I announced on my Facebook Live last night, and I still have a handful of these kits left. Anybody who puts in, it's kind of my kickoff to celebration. Anybody who puts in a minimum $50 order will receive a free kit in the mail. It's to make these awesome cards using some of the celebration product. Now you would need the Approaching Perfection stamp set, which is a celebration offering to do your stamping. The class comes not stamped. And I just use Night of Navy ink, and basically you get 8 cards. So there's 4 designs and you get 2 of each one. And this is a free class that I am offering as we kick off celebration. You just need to go to my website at kimsbasementbunch.com, submit a $50 order, and I will see those orders come in, and then you will get your free class in the mail. They are being cut and assembled as we speak. So excited to be offering that. This is actually a celebration paper too, this designer series paper. It's called Paper Blooms. So it's a paper that you can get as well. Anyway, I love these cards. Well, I love pink, so of course I'm going to love these cards. Need to get the rest of those out in the mail to some lucky people. So get those orders in and those kits will come out to you guys. Other classes that I have right now that are currently open, and I posted them today over on my Facebook group. So make sure that you are part of my Facebook page and that you've also asked to join my Facebook group. If you search for Kim Vogel's Basement Bunch Stampers, I should come up in both my page right here, and then I have a group. I kind of call it my VIP group, where I post all of my classes, and I post to it a little bit more regularly than I do here on my page. So my page is where I do most of my Facebook lives because it just works a lot easier and things like that. But I have the Sweet Strawberry class open, the Fine Art Floral, the Love You Always, think what else? Oh, and then my Zoom class. I'm doing that now. If you don't want to partake on for my Zoom class, the Zoom class, I am using the Lots of Heart stamp set and stuff. So if you do not want to use or do the Zoom, you could still purchase the class and receive the kit in the mail with the pictures of the cards or the PDF tutorial. So if you want that class, you don't have to do it over Zoom, but I'm offering it over Zoom so that we can stamp together and have some fun. So anyway, so Dr. Pohl's clinic is literally probably 20 minutes from where I live. So that's kind of cool, right? Anyway. So let's see what else I got here. So during Celebration, I mentioned my promotion as we kick off Celebration. There's also an amazing join promotion, and an email went out about that not too long ago. If you want to join my team, even just to take advantage of an amazing kit, all you have to do is pick out $125 of product. You pay $99, free shipping, plus you get $57 worth of designer series paper for free. So it's an amazing deal. I like to tell everybody to take advantage of it. It's a risk-free purchase, and I can discuss it in more detail with you if you'd like. Just send me a Facebook message or text or email, and I'd be happy to talk to you about that. And one more big announcement of something that I'm doing, and this has been a work in progress for about 6 months, and I'm finally ready to tell you guys what I'm doing, and I'm so excited. I am going to be doing a redesign of my blog, my website, and of my branding a little bit. Now, I'm not getting rid of my flowers. I love my flowers. All of you know I always wear flowers. But I am redoing my website, getting it on a platform that's a little bit more secure, and as a result, have to kind of redo the whole thing. And so I'll be changing colors a little bit, changing maybe the kind of flowers that I have, but it's still going to be flower themed, and it's going to be even more user friendly, easier for me to post my videos. When I started my website and blog, I was using a free version called Blogger, and it was something, free just to get started for me to figure things out. But now that I'm up and running and such, I need a platform that's going to be a little bit more secure, a little bit more user friendly and faster, because Blogger has become very, very slow. And so I have a company helping me. For the last about 6 weeks already, I've been in their queue for about 6 months. That's how backlogged they are. But for the last 6 to 8 weeks, I've been actively working with them on the fonts I want, the web design I want, how I want my structure to look, what I want to link where. It's been a lot of work behind the scenes. And that is one thing that I did work on over my Christmas break, although I did take that 1 week off completely. But it is the one thing that I did work on pretty regularly to get it going. And they start their work on January 13th. I am so stoked. So I'll be sharing with you guys along the way, maybe asking your opinions and your thoughts as they present things to me. And so I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. I'm just so ready for a more secure platform. You have no idea. Okay, so with that, I'm going to transition my camera down. And what I'm sharing with you today is something unique. It's something that I haven't done probably in a while. But I'm sharing with you a kit that's in the catalog, a little Valentine's Day kit, and my take on it, on how I did things differently. Thank you, Philomena. I'm happy for myself too. I'm telling you, it's been a long time coming. But I changed up this kit to make it cards, and you'll see how I utilized the kit in some unique ways to make it work. So with that, I'm going to transition my camera down, and I'm going to join you on the other side of my table, and we will get to work. Okay. So I need to get my chair out here. So I'm just going to transition my camera down. You're going to see my kind of some little projects that I've made. You'll see the catalog sitting here because I want to share with you the products that are in the catalog. Let me move my speaker out of the way. Okay. So in the catalog, one of the things that caught my eye right away was this awesome little sweet little Valentine's cards and more. Again, I like the color scheme. They're pink, they're pool party, and I really liked them. Let me move out my project so that you guys can see. I'm going to show you this kind of in baby steps here. And so I really liked this, this set. So I purchased it, and you know, I didn't really look at the size of the size of things, and I thought, oh, how cute. Those would be really cute cards. Most of you know, if I send out, if you're a winner on my Facebook Live or any of your kits you purchase from me, most of you know that I send out a card with that kit or with that prize. And I thought how cute and simple these would be to just put together, whip together, to have on hand for all of my things that I send out. Nothing goes out without a card. It's just kind of how I do it. But when I got them, they were kind of small. So let me show you how the kit comes. Well, first the kit comes all packaged up like this. Okay, it's all in a little cute little package. And this right here alone would give you enough cards for 10 cards. Okay, and so I took one apart. And I was like, oh, they're smaller cards. Okay, so let me show you. You get envelopes like this. So the envelopes already have a cute little lined envelope. And then you get some of these little cards that have the scallop edge around them. And then you have, there's I think 2 different, let me see here. That one. Yeah, there's just the 4 of them. So you have either the You Are Loved, on the back side you have like a watercolor splash, and then you have the double heart, or you have the Love You. Okay, so those are the 4 different little cards that you have. You can see they're really cute, etched in the gold and things like that. And then you get these little note cards to put them on. And I thought, oh, okay, well, that is really, really simple and really, really easy. And even if I put that on with a dimensional, it's just a little too plain for me. But I'm like, but I want to use these. They're really, really cute, you know? So I spent some time kind of mixing and matching how I would want these to go on. You know, have this be the front of my card, that be the back, or have this be the front, you know, and this be the back. And then I got really creative and went, okay, I don't like it. It's just not doing it for me. So I decided to utilize this kit and make some full cards. And so I'm going to show you how I did just that, and how I even used the envelope to be able to have an element on my card, okay? So let's go right ahead and get started with this. So what I did is I made 4 cards. So I used 2 of each of these. So one I used the You Are Loved side, and then the other one I used that side. And so then this one right here, one of them I used the double heart, and then the other one I chose to use the Love You. Okay, so those are the 4 little cards that I chose. So again, you get 10 of these little cards. So we're going to use those 4 in just a bit. And then I really thought, okay, how can I use these? They're already scored and everything. So I decided to take my paper trimmer and cut them apart. So I'm going to bring my paper trimmer in here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this at the 3 1/4 line. And I'm going to cut these in half. So that way I can use these on my cards as actual little, let me bring this down further, actually little like mats or layers. So I took each card. You have 2 different designs here. You have one that looks like this and one that looks like that. And I'm just going to cut them both in half, okay? And then from there, I was like, I'll have to get creative and figure out what I want to do. Now this one happened where I cut it and I got a little bit too much of this color on it. And all I'm going to do is make it just a little bit smaller and cut that off. So that way that is not showing and visible on my card. Okay, so now I'm going to get my paper trimmer out of here and I'll show you guys what I did from there. Now the 4 colors that are in this this little note card set, you have Pool Party, you have Blushing Bride, and then there is Calypso Coral, And last but not least, I don't think I have a little piece cut, but last but not least, you have the melon mambo, okay? So, oh, Beth, you're cute. When you see what I did, I think you're going to want these because I'm pretty impressed with myself, I'm going to say. Okay, so from there, let me put all my other little pieces to the side so that I'm not in the way here. And the envelopes, you actually get some of them that have polka dot, and you have some that are the lined, like the lined with the, but they're both got the gold look to them. Okay, so from there, I cut some card bases and some card layers, mats, using all of those colors, okay? So the first card I'm going to share with you is this one right here. Now on my sample, I used the ornate floral embossing folder, but that right now, I actually have my friend Jen doing a lot of cutting for me. So one of my classes, I used that for my Valentine's cards. So my sample for tonight, I used the diamonds. This is the diamond one from the annual catalog. So I used the same embossing folder on all 4 of the cards, but you're going to see it's a little bit different on the cards that we're making tonight than what they are here on my samples. So from there, what I did is I took my, let's see here, let me find it. Let me find my one that says love you. So let me put all this to the side. So my card base for this one, I chose to use the Melon Mambo, and then I have the Pool Party base, and then I chose to use the one that says, the hardest part is finding all your cards, that says love you on it. So again, no stamping on any of these, and I chose to use this piece. Remember, this was together and I cut it apart, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply layer these 2 together. And yes, it's going to kill you to have to put adhesive on one of those good sides, but it's really not that bad. And then I'm going to adhere this down to my card. So I'm still kind of doing the same thing of how it would look if it was together, but I'm converting these to full-sized cards. And then from there, I put this on with some dimensionals right onto the middle of my card. So let me bring in my dimensionals, and I put a dimensional on all 4 corners. And I'm just going to peel off those backings. So I liked these cards so much better because they were full size by me doing some converting. And what's neat is there's no stamping on these cards whatsoever. And Love You could be used for anything. It doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. You can use it for anything you want. Now, the ribbon that I chose to use on all of these cards is from our annual catalog, and it is the Whisper White with the silver edging. And I'm just going to put a piece of ribbon here in the middle. And so, yeah, I ended up buying 2 more of these kits because I figured how awesome. So some of you may actually get these cards in the mail because these are going to be the cards that are going to be assembled by one of my helpers to be able to probably be used in my in all of my classes that go out this month. So I'm kind of excited about that. And if one of my helpers is watching, she's probably saying, oh, yay. I think she might be talking about me. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around here like that. Thank you, Philomena. And like I said, I just kind of wanted to have it be a little bit more, I don't know, they were too plain for me and they were too little, and it's just not my style. And I wouldn't send them out that way. So I felt so much better about doing them this way and being able to still incorporate the cute little, they're gorgeous, that little foil that kind of pops up. And then from there, I'm just going to adhere this down to my card base like that. And there you have card number 1, no stamping, easy peasy, using some really beautiful ribbon. And again, you could mix and match these layers any way you want. I'm a creature of habit, so I'm kind of going to, I think, be doing them the way in which I have them done for my samples so that I don't mix myself up. But you could easily do something different if you wanted to as well. All right, so that is card number 1. Now the next card I'm going to share with you is this one right here. This one I used the You Are Loved, so we used this one right here, which again, it's already got the sentiment on there. So I did the same thing. I had to find one of my, I chose to use this backing right here and adhere it on. Now, if you don't like that, you could always pick a different one. You know, you can mix and match these any way that you want. But I just kind of tried to find one that I thought matched the most perfect with, thanks Janet. Like I said, these were so fun to do. And after I kind of was like, when I was sitting here looking at them, I'm like, what can I do with them? And I decided that's what I'm showing you guys on Facebook Live. Quick, simple, easy to duplicate. And all you have to do is incorporate another, layer, some ribbon, and you could also add rhinestones if you wanted to these. But I just incorporated the ribbon and the layer and the card base, and voila, you have. Oh, I need to put my ribbon on this one first. Oops. So again, I'm using the same white ribbon. And I'm just going to wrap this around with some glue dots the same way I did the first one. And just going to go right around the middle here. And then this one I put off to the side so that, oops, that's a little off-centered. That's a neat thing. You can just kind of move it to where you want it. And then this I have off to the side so that I have room to put a little bit of the little knot on the card right there. So I'm just going to cut a little piece. And then this is going to go underneath here. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but not too bad. Push it in there. Come on. There we go. And then I'm just going to tie it around. Oh, there you guys get a good look at my little Minnie Mouse on my watch, I just noticed. Hi, Kim. Welcome. And Janie, I see Janie's new to just joining. Okay. And then from there, and you can see this looks a little bit different because I put the opposite side. This one, the darker's on this edge. I just kind of moved it to the other side. And then we're going to put this down onto a Melon Mambo card piece. There it comes. So there we have, and again, I just used cardstocks that are the colors that are in these little note cards. So cute, right? Okay, so there you have card number 2. All right, this next one is this one. I'm gonna do these last 2 backwards. So bear with me while I move my stuff around. Okay, next I did this one right here, and this one does not have any kind of sentiment on it or anything. Here's the neat thing. You could stamp something right on this heart if you wanted to, or this would be a great anniversary card and you can just write your greeting on the inside. Sometimes it's nice to have cards that can be all occasion that are just plain, and that was my intention here with this card. So I used on this one the Calypso Coral. I wanted to pull the color from the top up there. And then I used the Petal Pink for my mat, which is the 5 1/4 by 4. And so I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down using my regular adhesive. And go like that. So then I used, let me find it here. So I used the back side of this one because we've already used that. So we're going to use this one. And I'm going to adhere it down to a layer. Let me see here. I got to make sure I don't use, there we go. Let me find it here. Doo-doo-doo. That one goes with that one. Okay, so what I had left was this one right here, and I really thought that looked a little bit too busy. Now, you could use it if you wanted to like that, but I chose to just use the Whisper White or the white on the back of it, and so that's what I chose to use. I thought it just kind of made that pop a little bit more, but again, you have the option of kind of doing it any way that you would like, and so I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to that and adhere this down. And then this one, I put ribbon right around the middle and tied the knot right in the middle of those hearts. So I'm just going to bring in my ribbon. Hi, Missy. Bring in my ribbon and put some glue dots on the edge. So again, those of you that are joining me a little late, this is simply a kit that I kind of altered that's in the catalog. It is called the Sweet Little Valentines Cards and More, and it's a little kit, and the cards are really small, and you're going to see even in my next card how I used the envelopes. So wait till you see that, because I'm not going to use the envelopes because my envelopes are going to be too small now that I made them into full-size cards. So I decided to figure out a way that I could incorporate using those envelopes as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this right in the middle of the card is what I did on this one. And then I'm just going to cut a little piece. Thank you, Carol. I like this one too. This one's probably one of my favorites because of the simplicity of it. It's just so neat. So cool. So Beth, on the card, this is the neat thing, and I think it actually looks neat. The cards themselves have gold, but I paired it with the silver, and it actually looks really good. I'm kind of worried about that, but the ribbon like this that's in the very vanilla just clashed too much with the white on these cards. So I thought, is it not going to be okay to add silver and gold together? And I did it and went, oh yeah, I really like it. And there you have that card right there. Isn't that cool? Okay, so finally, I'm like, all right, I got one card left, or one of these little things left, and I already used this side, and I didn't want to make another one that looked just like that, but that was just too plain for me. Too plain. So let me show you what I did. This is the sample. Woohoo, right? So what I did is I actually took apart an envelope. I just ripped it apart. So we're going to rip one of these apart. It comes apart really easy. I just ripped it down the seams. Now you can keep these envelopes and use them for something different if you want to, but I just chose to rip it apart. And then from there, these will even just rip off as well, so you can easily get a punch in there. Okay, so you just rip it off, rip it apart. And then what I did is I used the heart punch that is in our annual catalog, and I don't have the punches here to punch it out because again these cards are being cut. These cards are actually my make and takes for my bingo. So any of you doing my online bingo, you're going to be making these amazing cards. It'll all be cut for you, but you're making these cards. And so she's actually getting the bases and everything ready while my kits come in, the actual kits that I have to purchase. But this is the regular punch of the heart, and then I use the gold foil to do the scallop one, and then we're just going to put those two together. But that is a good way of using up. You can see I've punched out two of them. I could even get one more out of that if I wanted to, but it's a neat way to use up your envelopes and not have to, I mean, they're foil. You would pay good money for paper like that, right? So why not? And then the last one of these that I had left, remember this was the actual note card that I cut in half, and I just glued those two together and then used that as a background. I know, pretty clever, right? I was pretty impressed with myself. I have to admit it, you guys. When I was designing these, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I'm so proud of myself. I was giving myself some pats on the back, I'm not gonna lie. Thank you. I see all the hearts and the thumbs coming through. So now you could also do the dots. So the envelope that I tore apart for you to kind of see what I did. You can see that I used the dots. And then this I put on with a couple of dimensionals as well. I'm a big dimensional person. I love the dimensional look on stuff. And so that I put on the top. And then I used this ribbon. Again, this card does not have any stamping. There is no greeting on it. It's a simple card for you to be able to do whatever you want with down the road. And you know, you could, again, this could be birthday, thinking of you. This could be an anniversary. It could actually be a wedding card if you really wanted it to be. And you could just stamp a little sentiment and put it up here on the top or down here on the bottom with a little punch or something. Again, sometimes it's nice to just have cards on hand that you can use for whatever you might want to use them for that don't have anything on them. And then I'm going to cut a little piece. Thanks, you guys. Like I said, I had never really done a Facebook Live quite like this. I'm used to stamping, and I usually don't showcase much of our kits, but I had to show you these because I thought that it was perfect to give you guys an idea of what you can do with this amazing little kit. And it's the same bolt of ribbon, so you could really make these cards for little or nothing. The kit itself is $10, so it's like $1 a card or $1 for all these pieces. It comes like this, like I said, enough supplies in there for 10, and you just cut all those card bases in half is what I did, and then implemented them onto the bigger cards. Okay, this one's going to look a little bit different because this one you can see I did the ribbon after I applied this down, and this one I did the ribbon on the mat. So again, doesn't really matter. Wasn't paying attention. I was just kind of, you know, Oh, Philomena, you got a birthday. Are you on my birthday list? I'm trying to think if you've gotten a birthday card for me in the past. So just so you guys know, I have a birthday program where I send birthday cards. Usually they go out the beginning of the month for the whole month. But if you're not on my birthday list, you need to message me your birthday and get on my list because I would love to send you guys birthday cards. Okay. And then I'm just going to fold this. And then this is going to go, and I kind of liked, I was a little, I wouldn't say leery about the two different pinks together. I didn't know how they would look, but they were right here together, which is why I paired them together here. So this is the Petal Pink, this is the Blushing Bride. And so again, that is why I paired them two together, just like that. So we're going to adhere this on. Just like that. Oh, it looks good both ways, doesn't it? I kind of like that. All right, so there you have a new take on using this amazing little sweet little Valentine cards and more kit. Let me show you it in the catalog one more time. It is right here. It's on page 16 of our January through June catalog. And they're designed to be little note cards that you put in these little envelopes. But I converted them all to full-size cards. These are all the contents that come with it. So again, you can see that I just cut those card bases in half and layered them behind and then converted them all to big cards. And I think that it's a neat way to, again, you know, they were just a little too simple for me, and I needed them to look more, I don't know what the word is, but I needed to change them. And so this is what I came up with. Let me move these over so you guys can see. Now remember, anybody who puts in a $50 celebration order, you get a free kit, and I'm going to showcase those cards for you again as well. Oh, there's one more. Oh, here it is. I put it. Boy, you guys, I've been just throwing cards everywhere. And then here's the other one as well. So those are the cards I created instead using that little kit. Now remember, anybody who puts in a $50 order, I've got, I would say probably about half, the first 20 people are going to get this kit, and I think I've got about half of them left. So anybody who puts in a qualifying $50 order will receive a kit to make these 4 cards, but you would get enough supplies to make 2 of each one for free. So with a qualifying $50 order, you are able to get a free celebration item. So you would need to, if you want your cards to be stamped just like mine, you would need to get the Approaching Perfection stamp set for free, and then you'd be able to stamp your cards after you receive them. Or you can always improvise and use a stamp set that you already have in your possession. And you can simply go to my website, kimsbasementbunch.com, and place your online order. There's a host code right there. I'll also be adding at the top of my video here the link to be able to order all these great supplies for you to be able to make these cards just like I did for you tonight. So thank you guys so very much for joining me. Like I said, it's a unique Facebook Live that I did. I normally don't do ones like this, but I had to share with you because it was so simple, so quick and easy, and a neat way to make some really pretty cards. So thank you all so very much for joining me. I hope you had a great time, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here next week. Bye, everyone.